Hey, I'm Dan.
I'm Joe.
We're here with Fanatik Bike Co. and today we've got the Zerode Taniwha that we've been ripping around on all day. Now, a lot of people haven't heard of Zerode. They are a fairly small kind of boutique bike company, but what's their deal? Where are they from?
Well, they're from Rotorua, New Zealand. The owner, Rob Metz, has been making bikes for quite a long time now.
Yep.
And Taniwha is their first production trail bike.
It is.
Zerode's first ever production bike was the G1 in 2011. It was their downhill bike.
Yep.
But that bike used a Shimano Alpine hub instead of what they have on the Taniwha, which is a pinion gearbox. So things have really come a long way since 2011.
Yeah. You've likely noticed that this bike does not have a rear derailleur, and that is actually the main advantage in both our mind and Rob of Zerode's mind of doing a bike like this, is that you actually get rid of your whole cassette and your whole derailleur and move all that weight up onto the main frame. And now, why is this an advantage? I'm sure you have lots of ideas as to why this might be a good thing, but the biggest advantage on a mountain bike is that it gets rid of a lot of unsprung mass on your rear swing arm. Now, what this means in effect is that your swing arm can go from compression to rebound much more easily. There's a lot less momentum created by that extra mass back here. And on trail, this means that the rear end can track the ground much better. The suspension works way better.
It rides great. It really feels planted to the ground. Really absorbs impacts way more nicely than I would have anticipated, actually, compared to your standard mountain bike setup with a derailleur and a cassette.
Yeah, it's an immediately noticeable difference.
Yeah.
Decreased unsprung mass. What it also allows you to do is run a single speed hub in the back, which means that you have even spoke tension on both sides of the wheel, as opposed to having a dished side of the spokes.
So you get a super stiff wheel.
You get a stronger wheel, stiffer wheel. You can actually run a lighter rim because since you don't have all this heavy weight back here that's like got to change directions each time it encounters a rock, the rim isn't taking as much abuse. And all this lends to, again, if you add up a XO1 cassette and chain and derailleur, that's 1.5 pounds you're saving and moving off to the front of your bike.
Yeah.
So we both agree this bike rides extremely well in terms of downhill performance. What does the gearbox change in terms of like functional?
Well, when it comes to shifting, it's a little bit different. You can't really shift under a super heavy load, so you'll never be up on your pedals cranking away, shifting into an easier gear. You do kind of have to unweight the pedals a little bit, and then it'll shift super smoothly and instantly into that next gear.
You can dump a bunch of gears at once too.
Oh yeah, while you're coasting you can shift,
Yep.
which is kind of an unnatural thing, but it's really awesome to be able to do once you get the hang of it.
Yeah, it does take a little while to get used to, but in effect, it's almost an advantage. Now, one thing Rob wanted us to point out is that it does take about 300 miles for the gearbox to sort of wear in.
Yeah, ours are getting there.
Yeah, I wouldn't have said that it didn't work nicely, but I guess it will work more smoothly down the road.
I think it felt really smooth and all that.
Yeah, so suffice it to say, we both really like this bike.
Oh yeah.
It's awesome. It does come in 3 different color options. This one we have here. There's also a sky blue option that I personally really like a lot. There's also a sort of battleship gray with a lime green accents on it. It is a expensive frame, but you have to consider that does come with the cranks, the gearbox, shifter. It comes in at $5,000, but you're saving compared to an X01 drivetrain, that's $1,200 right there.
Yeah.
And you don't have to replace a $400 cassette every year.
Yeah, and these gearboxes have very minimal maintenance to them.
Absolutely.
You shouldn't really expect to ever have to take it apart in its lifetime.
Yeah, well, you do have to replace the oil once a year, but that's a easy service to be done. There's videos on Pinion. You can take it to, well, us or your local bike shop. Yeah, we do have this bike loaded into our bike builder. We have them in stock. You can build them up now. A bike like this is going to come in under $7,000, and I think we don't have to say it again. We both are extremely stoked on this bike.
Yeah.
I will be doing a more in-depth review on this on our blog. If you have any questions about it, definitely let us know. You can drop us a line in the comments below. You can also shoot us an email at sales@fanatikbike.com or give us a ring, 1-844-326-2845. That's 1-844-FANATIK. Yeah, thanks for watching. This is Dan.
And Joe?
We're at fanatikbike.com.